Here in Mercer County this evening and the continuing recovery efforts in the aftermath of the storm that was Helene. FEMA is boots on the ground right here today.
That's right, Martin. The federal agency has damage assessment teams deployed here, and they are expected to be making their way through Mercer County this week.
As our Robert Castillo explains, these teams are here to survey the storm damage reported by residents so they can see that impact firsthand.
The leading federal disaster relief agency is here for a first-hand look at Helene's footprint in Mercer County. Representatives from FEMA are making door-to-door visits this week. They're here to talk with the people who reported storm damage from the remnants of Hurricane Helene. The state's storm damage survey is FEMA's roadmap to contacting those who were touched by the storm system that roared through this region. Leaders in Mercer County are encouraging people who reported storm damage to talk with these representatives so they can tell their stories directly to the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
They're going to start in Bluefield, and then they're going to target the western side of the county. They're going to go over and look at the Montcalm-Lashmead area, going that way, because there was a lot of damage up there through the hollows. And unfortunately, you saw personal property, but you saw a lot of infrastructure damage.
FEMA reps say it's vital for their teams to get first-person accounts. These individual stories will be bundled together in a group. It's the collective assessment that will lead to a red light or a green light to federal disaster money for recovery.
There's no exact threshold per se, but what we are really looking is, does the capacity that exists at the local level, is that exceeded by the amount of assistance that might be required to help those who've been impacted to recover, to get back on the road to recovery?
Tuthill says once the teams finish their damage assessments, the next step is to take the information to the governor's office, which then decides what they would like to request as part of a federal declaration for assistance. It's then looked at by FEMA and the White House to determine if there is a need for assistance.
This is a process which we're familiar with in West Virginia that gets hit a lot by these types of disasters, and so we have a very cooperative relationship with the state and the local emergency managers, and as much information as we can gather, we'll put that into the considerations that go forward.
Leaders from FEMA making their way around the county will be accompanied by county and city employees. Here for you in Mercer County, I'm Robert Castillo, WVVA News.
Those damage assessments by FEMA are expected to last most of this week, and we will be sure to follow developments with any federal assistance announcements from FEMA. We'll share them online and on air when we receive them.
Now to Giles County, where FEMA crews are in